Some clarifications. This isn't really an update. I just wanted to clarify a few things. I've said some of these things in comments on my posts, but I understand not everyone reads every comment and just reads what I write in my main posts. I want to start off by saying I have told everything exactly as it happened. Obviously, there are things and conversations I am not privy to, especially on Ryan's side of things. But I have attempted to be as unbiased and fair as possible when recounting events. I try to give Ryan credit when it's due. I haven't changed nor withheld any information to try to portray myself as better than him in any way. I appreciate the comments telling me how mature and patient I am, but I feel it would be disingenuous to not be a bit more clear on where I stand. I've mentioned this in the comments before, but if Ryan was any other guy, I would have hit him a long time ago. I know people will say violence is not the answer, and I know that, but I'm just being truthful. I am not someone who lets others disrespect me, my friends, or my family, and while I now understand that his words has been overturned significantly more than mine has, Ryan has, in my eyes, crossed the line quite a few times. The only reason I haven't hit him and why I held Josh back at my grandparents' house is because even though my dad has been nothing but kind and welcoming to me, I still don't have a strong bond with him. We just met. I want to know him and have him in my life, but I'm scared that if I retaliate by a hint or even just yelling at Ryan too harshly, my dad may decide he doesn't want to have a relationship with me anymore. It's not moral superiority that causes me to be so patient and mature in these scenarios. It's fear of losing my dad before I even get to know him. If I've painted myself as some harrigan of goodness who can do no wrong in my posts, I apologize. This is not my intent. I'm not perfect. I'm definitely not the most mature 17-year-old in the world. I'm just a kid who desperately wants a chance at having a dad again. To that end, I am putting up with Ryan's behavior and constantly attempt to be the bigger person when he lashes out at me. Regarding Ryan's living situation, he lives with our dad full time. I'm not sure exactly when Ryan's parents divorced, but I know it's been years. My dad did say that Ryan chose to live with him, so I would imagine it was something within the last few years if he was old enough to get to decide who he wanted to live with. I know people have said Ryan is scared of having to now share time with his dad, but I can say with full confidence that physically it's not that big of a loss for him. I understand emotionally is a whole different thing. Please don't yell at me. I live an hour away, so being multiple times a week is just not realistic between mine and my dad's schedules. I've seen our dad a lot within the past month, but that's because there was a lot to do with meeting family and taking the paternity test and getting the results. I don't expect this to be the standard moving forward, and even then, the time I've spent with him recently is nothing compared to the alone time Ryan still had with him during the same month. As for Ryan's mother, I don't know much. I've seen a lot of people say that she must be an absentee parent, and as of right now, I just don't get that vibe. I agree that it's odd she only sees Ryan every other weekend. I'm not sure why that's their arrangement, but Ryan said his mom was texting him to ask how he did on his math test, and I guess that doesn't scream neglectful parent to me. I don't think someone who doesn't love their kid would care to ask how they're doing in school. On several different occasions, I've heard Ryan mention things she's told him recently, so I know they stay in regular contact. At the very least, she does not view Ryan as out of sight, out of mind. And her and my dad are clearly on friendly terms considering she messaged him about seeing my picture. He never would have found me if not for her. I don't think she would go out of her way to contact him on something that could have been nothing if they weren't on good terms. Some people have asked about Ryan and his personality and social life. Again, I haven't changed or misinterpreted anything I've experienced. But with that being said, I may have unintentionally made him appear to be a loner or socially distant. He's not. He looks like any other guy our age. He could be walking down the halls of any high school and he wouldn't stand out in any negative way. I apologize if I made it seem like he's the shy, quiet kid hiding inside his hoodie or anything like that. I don't know anything about his friend circle. People have asked if he has friends or has trouble making friends. I would assume he has no issue with that. Like I said, he's like any other teenage boy. Physically, he's not an ugly guy at all, so I would imagine he would have no problem getting interest from girls. I haven't met or seen any of his friends, and I know a lot of people said that he should have been allowed to have a friend at New Year's Eve. I'm not sure why people seem to blame me for Ryan being alone that night. After the therapy session, I now know that both my dad and Ryan knew Josh was coming, so that was on them to have him invite a friend. It's not my house to invite people to, and I haven't even met Ryan or have any way to contact him, so it's not like I could message him to say, feel free to bring a friend because I'm bringing mine. I don't know. That's all I can think of right now. I hope this clears a few things up. I know I'm pretty bad about responding to comments if it's not within a few hours after I make a new post, but I do read every comment. I do miss some if it's a reply to someone else and I don't get a notification for it. I did get back to a lot of people on my last post just now. Again, I don't think I'm gonna be updating unless something big happens, but I'm still hoping things start to look up soon.